Welcome to the Citizen Show on our regular odd show, and we're going to look at the game coming up against Newcastle, yes, at St James's on the 19th of December 2021. So we're going to have a look at that, any value, interesting game. Obviously, I'm recording this just before Newcastle play Liverpool, so I don't know how they come out of that one. I assume they're going to get a bit of a tatering, but hey, you never know these days, do you? But let's have a look and see what the bookies are thinking, if we can get any value. Please, I don't condone gambling. And if there's any problems, please let me know. We can. There's organisations out there. If you're struggling, I can point you in the right direction. And please be gamble aware. And only have a bet we can afford, guys. I do my little charity bets. That's all at the moment. Another win. Fortunately, in the last game, obviously, I had over 3.5 goals for the Leeds game, so it just about worked out. Yeah, probably should have gone for over 6.5, shouldn't I? But there you go. Can't have everything. So some more money for the charity pot. Anyway, as I said, that's it. They're the only sort of bets I'm doing at the moment, little charity bets. And the nominated charity gets the pot at the end of the season. Any losses I make, I take that on the chin. So that's why I'm trying to do my best. To get this pot built. I don't want too many losses, do we? Yeah, of course, there's going to be a City lean in these odds. Mention of Newcastle as well and stuff on them, but obviously we're a City channel, so I'm going to concentrate on that. Right, let's have a look. All these prices are at 1 p.m. on the 16th of December 2021. So check if you fancy any of these, just check. Usually the odds don't alter that much, to be honest with you, unless something drastic happens to Newcastle against Liverpool. I have no idea. The general odds, City now, shortening a bit, 4-7 now. I mean, they were 4-6 generally last week. So obviously confidence in City winning the league, perhaps helped by that 7-0 win over Leeds. I mean, one swallow doesn't make a summer, does it? But still a long way to go, of course. Newcastle themselves, they're 8-11 on to be relegated. Not great. It doesn't look fantastic at the moment. It's still with Liverpool and City to play. By Christmas time, you don't think it's going to improve that much at the bottom of the table. Eddie Howe, actually, he's fifth safest, actually, of the next manager to leave his position. Eddie Howe's rated fifth at 20-1, so he seems fairly safe. It's only early doors, isn't it? But you never know with that sort of situation, do you? Someone might come along that the guys at Newcastle fancy a little bit more than Eddie Howe's doing at the moment, which isn't great, is it? Let's be honest about it. I know he needs time, but not the greatest start. The match odds, City are 2-11 on to win the game, which a bit meaner than normal, actually. I think we would have thought 1-6 or 1-7 or something like that. So, hey, do you think that Newcastle might spring a surprise? The draw's 13-2. And if you fancied a Newcastle win, any Newcastle fans out there listening to this, fancy a 50p on something, 18-1 with Corals you can get on Newcastle winning this. I'm going to go on my City starting 11. It is, again, we're sort of plucking at things here with this one because we're not too sure. I mean, obviously, the next game is a week away, so obviously Pep should be able to go strong with this game. But I don't know what's happening with Walker, whether this niggle will kept him off the bench, so I'm thinking it'd probably keep him out of this game as well. It might be too soon. And obviously, Sterling was kept on the bench last time, wasn't he, against Leeds? And there's no reason why most of that team that started against Leeds and won 7-0 won't be starting this game. So, more or less try to stick with that one, to be honest with you guys, because that seems reasonable. The way Pep likes to do things, although obviously it does, again, put Zinchenko in at left back and Cancelo in at right back. So Cancelo will be back now. He's only a 1-game ban, wasn't it? So I expect Cancelo to come straight back into the team. So my 11 that I based all my assumptions on, and please check out my preview show as well, where a bit more detail on that. Edison, Cancelo, Diaz, Stones, Zinchenko, Rodri, Bernardo, KDB, Foden, Grealish, and Mahrez. Yeah, as I say, I think that team, because of the situation, will be the one that starts unless there's any injuries in the meantime, which we don't know about. First goal scorer, based on that team. Again, you got Foden. You can get Foden at 5-1 with Betfair Sports. You get Mahrez at 5-1 as well, generally. Grealish is 6-1. And now he's got his eye in, or his head in, if you like. Perhaps, that might be worth a little flutter, might it? 6-1. KDB's always 6. He's also 6-1 again. Scored a couple of goals against Leeds. Looks as though he's back on form, doesn't it? I know you can't read too much into one game, but he looked fully up for it, as most of the team did, to be honest with you. You can get 6-1 on KDB on Betfair Sport. Bernardo, who really should have opened the scoring against Leeds, he missed a sitter, didn't he, after about 5 minutes. He's 15-2. So if you've got his shooting boots on and gets in the right position, you get 15-2 with Bet365. Newcastle, Callum Wilson, he's a good player, isn't he? He's 11-1. That's an interesting bet. If you're a Newcastle fan and fancy taking the lead, that's not too bad. But I'm always more interested in any-time goal scorer. There's no one I want to really lump on this time. I do this from time to time. I mean, you can get Bernardo at 2-1 with Bet365, so that's very good value. Anytime goal scorer, of course, with Bernardo. There's no reason why not. But a couple of the outsiders, you can get Diaz at 9-1 with Paddy Power, and Stones, who obviously scored against Leeds. If you can get up that pitch again, why not? He's 9-1 generally as well. Looking at the back to the Newcastle side, Callum Wilson's 3-1 anytime goal scorer. So if you fancy Newcastle to score, Joe Linton's 15-2 anytime goal scorer. So yeah, very, very interesting. If you're a Newcastle fan, I wouldn't encourage you as a City fan to do it, but there you go. It's an interesting one, yeah. Both teams to score. I've gone a bit. I don't know with this one. I just don't know. I think Newcastle are capable of scoring, and Howe doesn't really know how to defend too well, does he? That's his problem there, basically. He's not the greatest coach for a team to defend, is he? Which is a bit odd. That's what Newcastle need at the moment. But I do expect a City clean sheet. But yeah, just looking at the value. I mean, obviously, it was whether to go for it or not. And because I think Newcastle. I don't expect Newcastle to sort of. They do have a reasonable record actually of you look at the stats so far this season. So even though they've not done very well, they've got a reasonable shots record, to be honest with you. So it will be interesting. But I would prefer the no. I mean, obviously the bookies think it's no. That's 4-6 on. Yes, for both teams to score is 11-10. So you have odds against. So if you fancy both teams to score, there you go. That's odds against. But I'm going to go my first charity bet. Not a great deal of value, I suppose, but at 0.65 on Smarkets, I've gone for both teams to score no. So I'm hoping for a clean sheet. Obviously, for City, I don't want a clean sheet for Newcastle, do we? But if it happens, I'll still win for the charity, but I don't want that, to be honest with you. So yeah, I've gone that both. So that's my first charity bet of two bets today. Yes, at 0.65 on not for both teams to score. So both teams to score. No, in that case. Correct score, yeah. Very rarely do we hammer Newcastle at their place, even when we've been very good. Even when you think back to the days of Yaya touring and things like this, it was always a close game. Newcastle managed a few wins, didn't they? Sort of 1-0s, and we managed some 2-0s at their place. So, but if City are on fire like they were against Leeds and the Newcastle defence isn't the greatest, as we said, it might be very interesting. So if you look, say, at a 2-0 win for City, you can get 11-2 with Sky. A 3-0 win, you can get 13-2 generally. A 2-1 win, a tight game, you get 10-1 with Hills. A 3-1, you get 21-2 with Bet Victor. A 4-0, you can get 10-1. And if you fancied a 4-3, as it was last season, remember at St James's, you get 125-1 on Bet365. I can't see it being another 4-3, guys, can you? But a very interesting price. The draw, a 1-1 draw is 12-1 with Betfair Sports, and a 2-2 draw is 33-1 with Bet365. Yeah, I mean, if it is going to be a draw, I must admit I do fancy 2-2, but surely City have got to win this, haven't they, to be honest with you? But if you fancy a Newcastle win, a 1-0 like they have done before is 35-1 generally. And a 2-1 win to Newcastle, you can get 40-1. So any Newcastle fans out there might be worth a little go at that, to be honest with you. Let's have a look at what have we got? Half-time, full-time. Yeah, this is an interesting one. We've got City at half-time, full-time is 7-10 with Boyles. So do you think City will be winning at half-time? A draw and City to win is 10-3 with Sky, and a draw is 10-1 generally. A draw and then Newcastle to win is 33-1 with Corals, and Newcastle and then City to turn it round in the second half is 25-1, and a Newcastle. Yeah, you never know. It's 40-1 with Corals as well. So interesting half-time, full-time. And yeah, it takes us to the goals over under. I mean, despite Mr. Eddie Howe Not really great defensively. I mean, why not? They might get one or two. I've covered me options with both teams to score no, but if they do, I'm thinking obviously they get one or two. City can surely get 3 or 4. So I'm going at the over 3.5 on this. You can get over 2.5 is 2 to 5 on with Hill, so that's not great. But over 3.5, you can get 6 to 5, 6 to 5 against. So there's nothing wrong with that. I quite fancy. So 4 goals in the game. Why not? Let's take a chance on that one. So my second charity bet is over 3.5 goals at 1.24. I got at Smarky. It's a little bit commission to pay, of course, but at 1.24. So that's my second and final charity bet. So let's hope for some goals. Obviously, mainly for City. That'll be the idea. Winning margin, yeah, City to win by 1 goal, get 3 to 1. As with 2 goal winning margin, get 3 to 1. Fancy 3 goals is 7 to 2, and 4 or more is always a good bet. I mean, obviously it covers all options, doesn't it? 4 or more, you can still get 7 to 2 as well. So you could Dutch 2 goal, 3 goal, and 4 goal winning margin, still make some money, couldn't you? Not much, but you could still do it. And then obviously they might let you down and not win at all, or just win by 1 goal. But they're interesting there to go at. First goal, yeah, had a quick look at that. Obviously, City like to score an early goal, don't we? We like to we always feel a bit more settled as fans if we do that. For the first goal in the 0 to 10 minutes, it doesn't have to be City. This could be Newcastle as well. You can get 13 to 5 for a goal in the first 10 minutes. That's with Bet365. And you fancy a goal 10 to 20 minutes, so in the second part of the game, second phase of the game, if you like, you can get 7 to 2 with Sky. So they're quite interesting odds, because I say I'm hoping it won't go 0-0 for too long. And finally, just a quick look to win both halves. Yeah, I've never really done that before. That's interesting. So obviously City going 2-0 up, and then they do tend to ease off a little bit. So we sort of draw or even sometimes get beat in the second half. City don't. But if you fancy City to win both halves, so to win the first, let's say, go in at half time 2-0 up and finish the game, say 3-0 up, obviously they won both halves, so you can get 13 to 10 generally on that. So that's an interesting one. It's not something I've done before, and I can't do it on the exchanges, but I wouldn't put you off doing that with the bookmakers. All right, well, there you go. There's the odds show. So my 2 charity bets, I've gone for both teams to score no at 0.65, and I've gone for, of course, for over 3.5 goals at 1.24. So you can keep your fingers crossed for me, guys. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know what you've had a go at, or any luck you've had recently, or let me know after the event if you did okay. But as I say, I don't condone gambling, but this is just for a little bit of interest. And as I say, anyone out there is having problems, and there are organisations, and just give us a shout if I can point you in the right direction. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Please check out my History Boys feature on the Newcastle game. It goes back to Kevin Keegan's Newcastle against Brian Horton's City. So that's not too bad, is it? So check that out. And there will be a preview show on the Newcastle versus City game as well, with a bit more in-depth look at the team, our team and Newcastle's. Have a look what they could be playing, and what's on the cards, what's expected, etc., etc. Anyway, thanks for watching. What are you going to do the rest of the day? Have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. To me here again on the Citizen channel. Or have a look at my film and TV channel if you get a look as well. Film reviews, drama reviews, TV drama reviews, information blogs, what's on telly, what's on normal telly, what's at the cinema, what's to buy on DVD, stuff like that. Please check that out if you want to have a little break from football. And go over there and give us a thumbs up as well. That'd be fantastic. And if you give us a thumbs up on this, that'd be even better. Thanks for watching. So if it's on there or back here on the Citizen channel, it doesn't matter where, does it? All I ask you to do until we do meet again is please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.